CCTV in-drain camera inspection at 6 Gow Court at Crestmead, going down through the iota surface at the rear of the property. There, that's the dry IO. Heading off, looking at the left hand side of the picture, we've got one Y junction, which I would surmise would take the toilet at the top of the home. Then to the looking at the, well, that was on off to the left, now this is off to the right. We've got another Y junction which is probably taking the floor waste. Another Y junction ramping up, vent or floor waste at 2.6. Sludgy in this point. Okay, we'll just pause it there. Just looking at the back up now. Now I don't know if that's backfalling, but it's full of paper and sewage. You can see the push line there, so we're just going to retrieve, and then we're going to jet that, and then we're going to run back through it with a clear line. Okay, so we've put the jet down there. See if she's a bit clearer, eh? It's a 90-degree elbow we've got to get round. Okay. See the sludge, it's like a greasy sludge. Grease is gone, but there's water. So at 3.5, 3.7 we've got water starting to pond. Okay. Continuing, you can see the sludge line. That was holding sewage. You can see that's a calcification right there of a grease build-up. Just we've broken off. Chunks of grease. Okay, I'm going to retrieve it again. I'm going to put a grease cutter down there and obliterate that grease as well, because that's just chunks and chunks of grease. So we'll pause it, retrieve, and we'll come back down. Okay, we've now run the jet through. We're starting again from the top. We'll see what we've got around the elbow. Okay, it's a lot clearer, as you can see. You can see that's like a build-up of a rocky, stony. That's a calcium right there. You can see here at 3.5 again, it's still holding, suggesting there's your calcium right there. Because we'd cut back, we've ripped it all off the pipe. Okay, we really need to wash that down if we can. Okay, what I'm going to do is push through with the water. Hopefully we can push this rubbish through. You can see quite clearly that it's holding. This all should hopefully push through. We've got wads of it. see the calcium right at the front of the camera. So I might just pause it there, then I'll do it on the retrieval and we'll see what we've got. Okay, we're now into the council chamber, as you can see the benching, and we're going to just come back from that point. So I'll just pause it there, let the water stop, and we'll have a look on the way back from the council chamber, which is either out on the footpath or out on the street. We'll just pause it there and let that water subside. Okay, we're going to pull it back now so you can see the chamber quite clearly. Still the branch into the main sewer, and we're branching off to, you can see that's a Y junction coming up from the main sewer. That's all good, no problem with that. At 26.1 and up the jump. Okay, you can see we're coming up. Now you can see on the top of the screen we've got an IO. Not sure if that's the IO to surface, it's pretty much irrelevant at this stage. And we come up again. Another jump up. This is probably the IO here. That's your last jump. So from the branch, from the council line to the last jump to grade, we're now at 23.4. This line from the jump is all at good grade. You can actually see the line, the sludge line, or the stain as it was. On the bottom of the pipe. Now at 15.9 we've got an IO. I'm just going to pause it there. Continue through. That's all in good order. Okay, now at 14.7 you can see we've got a slight section that's out of alignment, and you can see a remnant of a tree root. We've actually jetted this clear. At 14.7 you can see that it is offset, like at the top of the line has sunk. You can see that quite clearly. What remains there is one strand of roots, so the jet's gone through, cleaned the pipe and cleaned that section of root line. So we might just see if we can get a mark on that. Okay, so we've marked that point. Now at that point, we're near the doorway, looking from the street. left-hand side of the door, and that's pretty much where the drain meets the outside area. Okay, so it's about 0.6, 0.7 deep. We'll continue back. You can see we've got an offset there, like a 5 or a 15. It's probably through the footing. It may have been hit when they've dug the footing, it's hard to say, and repaired. Okay, you can see the sludge line now at 9.8. It basically starts from about the 10, from this socket from about 10.2. This section of line is under the house by about 4.5 metres. You can see the sludge. That's pretty much where water sits. You can see it going back up the branch there. That branch there is probably to the kitchen. You can see it's almost like rock. That's actually a calcium buildup. It's in the line, caused by a sag and just the water and the calcium from everything that goes down it, just sitting and collecting. You can see the sludge line there. It's getting thicker again. Okay, at this point you can see the water physically holding from from 8 metres. We can see it starting to hold. You can see the line of sludge. So I'd almost say pretty much from that 10.2 on that socket, you can see the water sitting. We come back, you can see the tide mark. This is a sag in the line. You can see it's backing away now. But it's holding water pretty much from about the 10 metre to about 3 metre mark. And then the sludge builds up. You can see the line of sludge, as I said before. As we pull back, you can see where it doesn't hold, and that's pretty much how it should look as the sewage goes down and leaves a mark on the line on the bottom of the drain. You can see the calcium that we smashed through. That'll just wash through the drain. This concludes our CCTV in-drain camera inspection at 6 Gow Court at Crestmead. About 10 to about 3 metres. Okay. On return, the sludge mark of the sewer line, holding water. About the 8 metre mark. To about 3.5. So it's a 5 metre sag. Okay. Within region. It starts at 10 with the you can see the line as it sits. I don't know if you can you see that? Yeah. Okay, the line when you've got your sewer, it should be 1 and 60 all the way, and there should be probably, I don't know, an inch like a track. It'll give you the track, but you can see the track up alongside, right up alongside the pipe. For what you've got, for what you've done, you've been looking after it because there's no grease. That's actually calcium. Okay, so that's a calcium. Okay.
We don't use oil.
But that point there, I'll just show you.
Yeah, we don't use oil.
I'll just get out of that.
I try not to tip things